Hello, and welcome back to checking in with Ascent Studios on our feedback-adjusted build of Ascent. Lots of changes have been made in regards to the feedback we've received from various playtesters over the past few weeks, but first, let's start with the artistic changes. We've built many art and music assets and have imported them to elevate the aesthetic of our game. Our splash screen starts as a great intro, and we have a control map for players to refer to. Stone pillars are used to build the mountainside, as well as serve as platforms in our future extended levels. Many trees and rocks have replaced our temporary assets, and as we play the game, you'll be able to listen to the wonderful music created for our levels. Based off of feedback, we have extended the music loops and added ambient noise to increase immersion. We also have sound effects for walking, throwing, and landing. Onto the mechanics, we've received lots of feedback on how to tweak our values to make them feel good, and have started to work on an issue that many playtesters faced, which was control. Our first step was to refine how the players would interact to perform the mechanics, as well as visual feedback to provide more control to our players. We also heard from many playtesters that the gravity was too punishing, so we increased the hang time at the top of each player's jump, as well as decreased how quickly players would fall, so that they could better control where they would land. We also implemented camera control so that players would be able to look around their players freely, providing more control on where they can explore. In terms of level design, after observing our playtesters, we found that it was too punishing, so we nixed the puzzle maze element and made every platform be able to lead to the goal. We also made this goal much more obvious by having the cave be large and at the very top of the level. We also made it clear which platforms could be jumped or thrown onto. To make the game easier and less tedious, we implemented visible checkpoints throughout the level, as well as an automatic respawn for when players fell to the ground, so that they wouldn't have to walk all the way back to the beginning of the level. The automatic respawn is an option that players can toggle if they want to challenge themselves a little more. A feature that became a resounding success to our players' game experience was implementing edge handling, so that when a player hit the corner lip of a platform, we would automatically jump them up onto the platform. A lot of our work was put into making our game more forgiving and thus more playable, as our feedback mainly centered around our game being too punishing and the mechanics not feeling as good as they could have because of lack of control. Quality of life changes also improved our game, so that our players could focus on having fun completing levels and enjoying the aesthetics instead of menial and tedious tasks. Next steps will be us doubling down on refining our mechanics to give even more feedback and control to our players, as well as extending our levels to be not much more difficult, but much more fun. We look forward to seeing you again on this journey to the Ascent.